Top5rapwebsite.com. You already know what's going on. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Another Friday live stream. I low-key thought yesterday was Friday because I had the day off yesterday. Shout out to Juneteenth. All my Juneteenth, enjoyers. Yeah, another Friday live stream. First, we're going to do some housekeeping. New videos on the channel. Y'all know I like to get to my new videos that I'm posted on the channel first. That way we just know what's going on. So bang. We got a couple new videos on the channel, maybe like 4, 5. Since last Friday, I would say 3. So that's like one every other day. Got the Lil Wayne video. How he made the worst rap group ever, YMCMB. So y'all know I've been like a day one anti, everything YMCMB. So no surprise there. Then we got the news of the week. Pusha T, he's doing like this whole rollout for the Clips album where he seems to be dissing a lot of people. So I had one video asking, y'all think he clout chasing with this Travis Scott diss? Then I had another video where I kind of break down. This video is kind of disguised because in this video, I more so wanted to break down Dear Travis Scott. Okay, shout out to Annis in the chat. Shout out to everyone in the chat. I see Rue, Amun Ra. Shout out to Long Beach. I used to live in Long Beach. I lived in Long Beach. Well, I lived in Lakewood for years. I lived off Cherry and Carson. So shout out to Long Beach. But yeah, this video is more so like disguised. It's more a lyric breakdown disguised as a, Pusha T gonna destroy Travis. I've always wanted to break this verse down from Pusha T, the Palm Olive verse. So I did that here. Great video, if I do say so myself. So anywho, reminds me of M. Kamikaze. Okay, yeah. So yeah, man. What do y'all think? Y'all think Pusha T, we're gonna get to this later, once we start watching this video, but do y'all think he's clout chasing with this whole rollout? I don't know. I wouldn't call it clout chasing personally, but I think he knows what he's doing, right? So anyway, I thought I had this video pulled up. Today we reacting to, y'all been asking for this, so this is why I'm doing it. Y'all want to know my thoughts on the 20-year Domino effect, which is by Deleted. So y'all know I don't have any problems with no YouTube people. These dudes got problems with me, or they don't, or I ask them about it, they say they don't, but it's all G. Y'all wanted me to react to this. Y'all wanted me to give my opinion on this. So here we are. Let's get right into it. Shout out to everybody in the chat and the lurkers. You know, you lurking, you're not in the chat, it's fine. Just like the video, subscribe, and we all Gucci. Let's get this over with. Travis is white rapper. Travis ain't white, but yeah, Travis, I always see Travis as a frat boy rap who wants to be included and cool and is nothing more than a horrible Kanye clone. Dang, Zero in the chat don't like Travis Scott. It's crazy. So anyway, let's get into it. I haven't seen this at all yet, so let's see what he's talking about. If I had to guess what this video gonna be about, 20-year domino effect, I think he's gonna touch on how all of these issues with Pusha T and Drake started with Birdman on what happened to that boy. And how Pusha T and the Clips allegedly didn't get compensated properly for that verse. And all of this kind of leads to where we are today with Pusha T throwing shots at Travis Scott over a Drake diss. Like all of this kind of stems from that. So if I had to guess, I would think that's what this video is going to be about. Why doesn't Pharrell speak up for himself? Push and Dot are out here ready to smack these dummies from, but Pharrell never says anything. But he's the one being disrespected. Well, Pharrell's not a rapper, right? So I don't know. If you stand up for Pharrell and you get some fire beats, you know, at a discounted price, you know, I stand up for Pharrell too. Give me a drop it like it's hot. Give me a beautiful. You know, give me a what's another great Pharrell beat? Give me a all that, man. Give me a drop it like it's hot though. I don't hate Travis Scott, but he does seem fake. Music lacks substance in general. Yeah, I've never been a huge Travis Scott fan at all. It's just not my type of music personally. So let's see what he's talking about. 20-year domino effect. Let's get it.
Travis, why would you pick?
Oh, y'all know I got to put this on 1.25. You know, because I got like ADHD or something. Because, you know, I just need people to talk a little faster.
2 first names as your rap name? That's a valid question.
You cried in front of me. You died in front of me.
All right, so Pusha T just body slammed Travis Scott on new track, So Be It.
Calabasas took your and your pride in front of me.
And some of y'all over there confused like, wait, what Travis for real do? Bruh, everything. He did everything. He's literally...
Well, according to Pusha T, Travis Scott, the issue was, and I know dude is going to break this down, but the issue was, according to Pusha T, that Travis Scott went and he allowed Drake on the song Meltdown. And then Drake was throwing shots at the Clips, or not the Clips, or Pusha T and Pharrell. And Pusha T just thought that was disloyal. And that's the whole issue.
J. Cole's doppelganger at this point. He's his twin. This is deeper than bars. This is spiritual warfare with a beat, and Pusha came with the blade, and I don't blame him. So let's start with the obvious. Drake went on Meltdown and dissed Pharrell.
I melt down a chains that I bought from your boss, give a fuck about all of that heritage.
He said he was gonna melt down the change he bought from Pharrell's heritage auction, like he was on some type of Pawn Star episode or some shit. Drake over here really flexing Pharrell's chains, as if he snatched them, as if he stole them or something.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. I always said, even back on my probably my biggest video. Let me go back. Probably the biggest video I ever did. This is one of the things that people liked the most that I said in this video. This Drake's Kendrick, this is aged terribly. And I remember logging onto Reddit and then this video, someone clipped this part out of the video and it was on the front page of Hip Hop Heads. My thing has always been like, Drake, I don't know how you flexing Pharrell's chains. There's a way as a rapper to flex someone's chains, but when you went and bought the change, it just don't even make sense. Like, how are you flexing chains that you bought from, dude? You're a fan. That's why you bought the chains. You were a fan at the time. Now, if you actually went and took the chains off his neck, snatched them, which I'm not promoting that, but it would hit different, right?
It hit different.
It would hit different if you went and you actually snatched the chains off a dude and now you in videos with the chains. You know what I mean? But you're not though. Like, you didn't. You flexing some chains that you bought, talking about you gonna melt them down, and then it's been 2 years since he said he's gonna melt it down. Then he pops up in Family Matters with the chains, like you didn't even melt them down. You a fan, Brody? Alfredo said, watching deleted video even after the beef is real, salute. Like I said, I have no beef with any of these guys. These guys talk about me in their videos. My only thing with deleted is, if you say I'm like this small, irrelevant YouTuber, then stop talking about me, like in group chats and shit. Like, I just never understood that. If I'm small and irrelevant, Stop talking about me. It's not beef. Like we all live in most of the YouTubers, we all live in California, so we're all going to run into each other. Yep. It's. I doubt it's going to be beef.
Auction like he was on some type of Pawn Star episode or some shit. Drake over here really flexing Pharrell's chains as if he snatched them, as if he stole them or something. Corn on the cob, bro. You bought them at an auction. Calm down. And guess whose album that was on? Travis. Guess who helped produce parts of that same album? Pharrell. So Pharrell helps you make music. Drake hops on the track and cooks Pharrell, and you say nothing. Yeah, that's not Switzerland. That's straight up snake behavior. Throw him a Slytherin jacket. He's house Slytherin for real at this point. So you gotta understand. To Pusha, that's like dissing your grandmama while she cooking you gumbo. Unforgivable. That's like unplugging the PlayStation during his 2K finals and saying it's just a game. Nah, that's not beef. That's generational trauma. Because why are you touching my game for? Why are you unplugging me? The part that's crazy is that Pusha said Travis pulled up to Pharrell's studio in Paris. Push, Malice, they were working. Real grown man rap happening.
And this is all coming from that GQ interview. And Pusha T also went with New York Times and did an interview. And this is where all of this information is coming from. Travis comes to the Paris studio. He asks to be there. He asks to come and be around Pusha T and Pharrell, and he starts playing his album. He plays that Meltdown song, but he leaves Drake's verse off. Now, I was saying in my other video that I done, I was saying, well, to Travis Scott's, like one thing Travis Scott could say is, yo, I didn't play that Drake verse because Drake hadn't turned in his verse yet, right? Maybe the verse wasn't out yet. Or maybe the verse was out, but Travis knew he was dissing and he just left it off conveniently. But one thing Travis could say is like, yo, like, I didn't know he would say that, which we all know is BS. Pusha T pretty much goes on to say, yo, Travis Scott does this with everybody. Pusha T goes on to say, yo, Travis Scott even did this with Drake. Travis Scott did this with Drake. Like Travis Scott was on stage or somewhere trying to hype up Future and Metro Boomin to play Like That. You know, the song with the Kendrick Lamar dissing Drake and J. Cole. All your dogs getting buried and all that. So Pusha T is like, this is just who Travis is as a person. Allegedly. Travis also uses ghostwriter, so it's possible he didn't even know what Drake was talking about. I think Travis knows what he's talking about. I just don't think Travis cares. And I think that's kind of what Pusha T was saying. Like, yo, Travis, from the gist that I got from it, Pusha T is basically saying like, yo, Travis don't care. He does this with me. It's not personal because it's not just he did this to me. He did this with Kanye. He did this with Drake. Travis just doesn't seem to care about rap beef. You know, who got issues with who. Travis wanted the best promotion for his album. If it got a diss to you on it, that's what it's gonna be.
Travis comes bouncing in like a Fortnite skin, bouncing up and down like a Fortnite emote, interrupting everything, smiling hella big, cheesing, recording shit for promo. He's like, oh my God, everybody's here. Oh yeah, all that's cool, but what did he play? He played Meltdown. And what did he not play? The part where Drake disses Pharrell. So let's recap. You pull up uninvited, hijack the aux cord, play a track, but edit out the part that makes you look like a traitor. That's not neutral. That's bitch made. Travis Scott is being J. Cole. He's playing industry Switzerland, and no one respects that.
He's shameless. It all came from actual.
Well, Travis Scott is looking out for himself. You know, if Travis know he got a fire Drake verse, maybe got some disses on it. And maybe Travis felt, yo, the disses wasn't even that bad. It's not like he's talking about your wife or your kids or anything. It's not like he's saying he's gonna smoke you. He's just kind of, you know, doing some rapidy rap, thought Meltdown the Chains, yo, your boss and all this. Travis it seems like he's looking out for himself. If the verse is fire and it's gonna benefit me, I'm putting it out. That's what it seemed like he's doing.
Being in, carrying the, the Utopia briefcase,
right. Yep.
Doing his whole spiel.
Mm-hmm.
He comes, he interrupts the session. The next day, the Meltdown verse or whatever comes on. Talking about and all of that. That was a corny, like you shouldn't have been here anyway. Him specifically too. I don't take it as personal as I should. It's Travis. He's harmless. I'm not into.
This is where I gotta chime in. Pusha T, if you didn't take it personal, why are you rapping about it? Like, and this is like why some people would say it's clout chasing, what Pusha T is doing. Or you're just doing this to promote your album, right? Which he is. The whole album promotion, and I like the clips, right? But the whole album promotion is disses. We just go, and they're not the first rappers to do this. Rappers always do this. When they got an album about to come out, they start dissing people. This is how they do it. This is how you build. It's a very easy way to build anticipation, to get eyes on you. Because people love negativity. Even me, one of my most popular videos, right? This is an example. Escape. Okay, boom. One of my most popular videos is like just negative. I'm just like shitting on Lil Wayne. But it's one of my most viewed videos, like in the past week, 2 weeks. I feel like I did this video only a week ago. That's 2 weeks ago? Wow. So yeah, people just love negativity. This is facts.
Facts.
I can't hear my own soundboard, so I don't know if y'all can hear that academic's facts. So anyway, I'm gonna get to the chat in a minute too. So people love negativity. We're not gonna even go there because we ain't dissing nobody. So anyway, boom. So this is the rollout to the album, and I'll save my next thought for later. Hold on.
His
Keep it
whole
going.
makeup. I took it there. And then to like, to come back in our fold.
To make a point of.
Yeah, to invade the fold and then, do all that he did was like, man, I was corny. He's shameless. He does it. You've seen him do it to everybody. I've definitely had to put my hand on your shoulder before. You died in front of me. You cried, and Calabasas took your bitch and your pride in front of me. I had to help you. People take that type of shit for granted.
So what is Push really saying here? Travis is a fake neutral, a no picks type of dude. Whoever got clout, he's next to them like a
I wouldn't even say Travis is playing fake neutral. I think it's clear that he's being neutral. I don't think he's like pretending to, or maybe he is. Maybe he's pretending to be on their side, but then I don't know. But if you're pretending to be on someone's side, then that's not neutral. I think it is neutral. Like Travis is like, yo, it's not personal to you. I did it to Drake, the one you're mad about. I did it to Kanye, my boss. But I think that's real neutrality. It's not only neutrality, it's like rational self-interest. It gets the people going fast.
Drake low-key, this is
Travis named the song Meltdown, piggybacking off the lyric. Right, but we don't know if when Travis Scott went to Paris and played the album for Pusha T and Pharrell, we don't know if the tracks had names. We also don't know if that Drake verse was out at that time. Either way, I think Travis, like some people would say, oh, Travis didn't know Drake was dissing. He don't write his rhymes or whatever. I think Travis knew. I just think he don't care. You know what I mean? The phrase clout chasing needs to be banned. Well, I use the term clout chasing, in my recent videos because, people knows what it means. If I ask you if someone's clout chasing, people knows what it means. Now, I don't think he's clout chasing. But I do think this is an angle.
And Travis was silent about it.
They ain't got no speakers in that. They got a beat. Bring out a beat spill.
And then go and hype up Future and Metros like that on his stage. Travis is on stage like, play that. I want to hear that.
Please, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Metro was trying to get out of here like, nah, Metro, you gotta let that shit go right now, bro. Never said the dope issue like that. Man, I need that.
Travis, if you don't pick a side or pick a struggle, you can't keep playing middleman in rap wars like it's dodgeball. Push.
Travis could have told Drake to change that verse. Yeah, he could have, but again, I think for Travis, it's just self-interest, rational self-interest. It's something we learned in econ class in college. Rational self-interest, right? The idea that individuals make decisions that are intended to benefit themselves and that these decisions are made in a logical and reasoned manner. So I don't know about that last part. I don't know if it's that deep, like with Travis, like he's trying to make these decisions logically and reasonably. But I think Travis is looking at it like, yo, I got a fire Drake verse. He on BS timing, which we love, and this is going to bring attention to my album. I think it's for Travis. I don't think it's deep at all. I don't think Travis is looking. I don't know these guys, but if I were to guess, I don't think Travis is looking at it like, oh yeah, like Drake, you just sneak this Push and Pharrell. I low key hate them dudes. Go hard. Or I don't think Travis and Drake are in the studio and Travis is like, yo, diss these dudes, like F these dudes. I don't think it's that. If I had to guess, I think Drake knows he has good rapport with Travis Scott. And he knows that, okay, Travis is linked to Kanye, who I don't like, Pharrell, who I don't like, and Pusha T, who I don't like. So because this Travis Scott, from Drake's perspective, I think Drake is looking at it like, yo, since Travis Scott is the conduit between me and my ops, I'm going to go on his song and diss my ops. And like, it's gonna cause discord between them because this Travis Scott's supposed to be y'all mans. Y'all own good music together. But he let me on his track dissing y'all. So it's kind of like causing discord from the inside. I think that's how Drake looks at it. But I don't think it's that deep for Travis. I think I got a fire Drake verse. This is gonna help bring eyes to my album. I'm putting it out. I mean, that's what it seems like to me. It doesn't seem malicious. Travis is for Travis, and since nobody holds him to a high standard bar-wise, he never has to worry about rap beef for real. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Travis is for Travis. I agree with that. So yeah, I don't think Travis is going to tell Drake to change the verse. He could, though, if he really feels like attached to Kanye and Pusha T. But again, I don't know their relationship personally. I also think he doesn't care about what they have going on. Facts, yeah. I don't think Travis cares at all what they have going on. He does this with other stuff too, like his concerts. Egging his fans on when they get hurt. He doesn't want accountability. Yeah.
Basically called out Travis the same way I feel like Kendrick and Drake should have called out J. Cole. He said it straight up. Travis, you got no loyalty, no integrity, and no spine. Push didn't just call Travis a cloud chaser. He called him a whole whore. Yeah, you heard that right. He called him a whore. He's a whore of the industry. Not sexually. Nah. More like, mentally and spiritually. I'll link with anybody if it helps my brand kind. Push basically said he got that weak quality. I've already dealt with dudes like this. I ain't one of them. Basically saying you can jump from Ye to Drake to Kendrick all you want, but you're not about to jump and do those emote dances in my circle. And Push made it crystal clear.
Well, also, I think it's just a fundamental disagreement that Pusha T and Travis Scott are having, right? Pusha T is probably looking at it like, yo, if you with us, you with us. Like, if you own good music, if you with our team, if you in our group, you with us, you ride for us, you don't let nobody do no sneak stuff, etc., etc. I think that's how he's looking at it. Which is why he goes on that song and he mentions like, yo, I was with you during a vulnerable part in your life where your girl left you. Like, I think Pusha T is looking at it differently, whereas Travis Scott is more so like, probably looking at it like a business. Like, I'm an artist. Y'all want me to pick sides and all this? Like, bro, it's my side. Like, I don't care what y'all got going on, little rap beefs and all this. I'm going to do what's best for my music. So I think they just have a fundamental disagreement. Pusha T is expecting something out of him that Travis doesn't expect out of himself. He's a terrible person on and off the mic. Yeah, I don't know these people, so I cannot confirm that. Travis most likely don't care about all these beef. He's just trying to make music. Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. And I think Pusha T is looking at it. I think there's a fundamental disagreement with how they view things. Pusha T is, and I think that's why Pusha T mentions the whole Kylie Jenner thing. He's looking at Travis, I guess, more like we're friends or something. Like, yo, I was there for you and when you had a vulnerable moment in your life. Therefore, you should stop all sneak disses at me. You should be riding for me, basically, to some degree. Whereas I don't think Travis Scott looks at Pusha T like that.
Clear. This wasn't about promo, wasn't about headlines, wasn't even about Travis. It's about loyalty. He said, hey, for real helped you.
It's possible some of these dudes are just dumb. Travis has never said or proven his intelligence, so I can't give him credit as some calculated figure. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I don't think Travis Scott is, I agree. I don't think Travis Scott is like calculated. I don't think he sat there and calculated like, yo, Pusha and Drake have beef. Drake and Ye have beef. I'm going to get Drake on my song and he's going to diss. I don't think Travis is thinking of it like that. I think Travis is looking at it like, yo, I collab with Drake on Sicko Mode. That went crazy. Huge hit. Let's do it again. I don't think it's, and I think Pusha T is looking at it deeper. Like, yo, we supposed to be cool. We supposed to be friends or to some degree like that.
He fed you and you let a diss slide on your album with his name on the credits. That's like eating dinner at someone's house and leaving a 1-star Yelp review from their Wi-Fi. And what made it worse, Travis tried to pretend like none of this shit happened. Something that J. Cole basically did. I'm still on J. Cole's line. I can't stand his ass. Travis out here showing fake love to everybody, hyping up each
I like J. Cole, so we're gonna see what that album sound like.
Artists like it's all peace, while letting them violently diss each other on his tracks.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. And shout out to the people not in the chat, the lurkers. You watching, but you're not in the chat. It's all good. Just hit like and subscribe.
are right there on his stage. Travis over there smiling in Pharrell's face, but then let Drake melt his legacy on Meltdown. So Push is stating he don't move like that. He's basically saying, bro, I'm not doing that neutral shit over here. Don't pull that over here. We don't fake peace over here. We do real loyalty or real smoke. So let's be honest.
Yeah, I think that's an accurate depiction of what's going on. Let me hear that again. I think that's an accurate depiction.
But then let Drake melt his legacy on Meltdown. So Push is stating he don't move like that. He's basically saying, bro, I'm not doing that neutral shit over here. Don't pull that over here. We don't fake peace over here. We do real loyalty or real smoke. So let's.
Yeah, real loyalty or real smoke. I guess I sympathize with Travis Scott a little because, like, I'm not about to, as a grown man, right, and even as a kid, like in school, I'm not about to inherit my friends' beefs. I'm just not. Like we're not family. You know what I mean? And there's even family I wouldn't do that for. There's like select people where I inherit your beef for you. You know what I mean? Like my parents, my siblings for sure, my girl. There's like select people. But then you have other people who just think fundamentally different. Either one is not right or wrong. It's no right or wrong way, in my opinion. I think a lot of people just take Pusha T's side. This is how I think it is. I think people just take Pusha T's side because Pusha T and Kendrick have a link, and no one wants to be anti-Kendrick, right? But I think Pusha T is looking at it more so like, yo, if I have a beef with someone, even outside the Drake situation, if I have an issue with someone, you also need to have an issue with them if you're going to be around me. And me personally, I said as a grown man, but I'm even talking about in school. I've said this before. Your beefs are not my beefs. Now, am I going to do something as far as let a dude on a track and diss you? No. I think Pusha T has a valid critique. He has a valid gripe with that. Like, yeah, you don't got to be completely neutral. You know what I mean? But you don't got to be completely on my side. But don't go and let this dude talk about us on a song. I think that's fair. But yeah, you do have people in this world to where they feel like because I have an issue with something or someone, you also need to have that issue. And I've never been like that. I'm my own man. Your beef is for you. If you don't want to mess with me no more because I'm not inheriting your beef, cool. Go over there.
Over here. We don't fake peace over here. We do real loyalty or real smoke. So let's be honest.
And it ain't real smoke. Like Pusha T's, what is he gonna do? Kill him? Real smoke? He went on a song and talked about, yeah, it's not, I don't think Pusha T's like, oh, it needs to be real smoke. I think Pusha T even said, yo, Travis Scott is harmless and he doesn't take it personally. Real smoke is not going on a song or, you know, in videos talking about people. That's not real smoke. Troy beef is my beef. I'm crashing out on any YouTuber. Yeah. Don't do that. Never go in someone's comments. Yo, I'll never direct my audience to attack any YouTuber. It's stupid.
Don't pull that over here. We don't fake peace over here. We do real loyalty or real smoke. So let's be honest. Will Travis clap back? Hell nah, you know he ain't gonna do that. He's not a rapper like that. He ain't a battle rapper. He records like he's inside of a lava lamp. You think he's about to go bar for bar with Pusha T? Hell nah. Pusha writes real diss tracks like he's avenging a fallen samurai clan. Meanwhile, Travis is in his Batman outfit posting a blurry pic of his cereal like everything's fine. Push over here writing in a candlelit room with a quill, whispering Latin curses while violins is playing in the background. I mean, they're not the same. It's not gonna happen. But yeah, this ain't just beef. This is about principles, friendship, legacy, lines you just don't cross. Travis played both.
Yeah, I help out my close friend if he's getting jumped, but I won't inherit his beef. Right. Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair. I think the idea that, and I went through this, the reason I sympathize with Travis is because in the last year with this YouTube stuff, I went through something similar. Y'all want me to inherit beefs that y'all got? Like, number one, I don't even know you niggas like that. Like, and even if I did know you, I'm still not, because you got a problem with somebody, I'm not about to just start having that problem. And it's just a fundamental difference. But I understand the other side who feels like, yo, if we're going to be acquaintances, you need to show your loyalty and ride for me regardless. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm saying I'm not that way at all. Now I'm not gonna go the extra mile and, you know, have somebody on my channel where they just, you know, blazing you. You know, in an interview, but I'm not gonna do that. But like the expectation that I'm supposed to have, your issues are supposed to be my issues. It's just never gonna be that way. So never expect it from me. Yeah, I'm just over this tribalism crap. It's ruining hip hop, in my opinion. Facts. If my soundboard was working, I would hit that. Facts. Academics. Facts.
Both sides. And honestly, I don't even think Push is mad for real like that. He's just calling it how he sees it, checking folks without raising his voice and shit. If it's just him saying, yeah, I don't move like y'all do. Basically, pimp slapped the fuck out of Travis without having to even do that. I think y'all forget who Pusha T is. He got a microphone and a memory. He don't let shit like that slide. So let's keep it lit for the kids who ride for Travis Scott and don't know their rap history. Or maybe even the new rap fanboys. A lot of people don't know their rap history, so I guess we'll do a little history lesson. I didn't really feel like doing that. This ain't random. It's a long time coming. This bar is honestly layered as hell. This little jab Pusha T threw at Travis.
You cried in front of me. You died in front of me. Calabasas took your bitch and your pride in front of me.
That wasn't a sneak diss. That was a generational backhand powered by 2 decades of unpaid invoices, stolen drip, and fake neutrality.
Yeah, so this is where Pusha T's entire beef with Drake, Cash Money, really, it stems from what happened to that boy from long ago. What happened to that boy? Yeah, that song from 20 years ago. And that's why this video, I would guess it's called the 20-year domino effect. Improper compensation that Pusha T received, or did not receive, rather, from that song. So Pusha T goes on his whole tirade against Cash Money, directs it at Lil Wayne, then directs it at Drake. And here we are today. I get Pusha, if you my homie, the harmless pacifist type minding his business, I won't let no one pick on him. Yeah, sure. Troy, just say the word. I'm cybercripping. Chill. You could tell by someone's domineer why they are around you. That's the thing that's missing from this. If Travis doesn't want to be in beef, he should still be accountable when someone's talking crazy on your song and you make money off of it. Yeah, I think it's definitely a conversation for sure. Like, yo, Travis, why did you allow this dude on like, you already know we got issues, but then you let him on a song and he's coming at us like this? Yeah, that's definitely a conversation to be had. Right? I wonder what Travis Scott would say about that.
Because what you just witnessed on So Be It isn't just about Meltdown. It's part of a long-ass domino effect that started all the way back in 2002 with the Clips, Birdman, Pharrell, and Lil Wayne, and just ended with Travis Scott being everybody's favorite fence sitter at this point. So if you're for real confused why Push is pressing Cactus Jack this hard and this crucial, let's look back at the whole situation. It all starts with the track What Happened to That Boy in 2002.
What happened to that boy?
Birdman got the Clips on the feature, and the Neptunes, aka Pharrell
Classic
and Chad,
record.
produced the beat. And guess what? Birdman never paid him. Not at all. That's right. Pharrell's legendary beat got ghosted by Baby like it was a Tinder date. Pharrell, being the chill alien genius that he is, just said, cool, I'm never working with y'all again. Fast forward, Wayne.
And that was a crazy good beat. What Happened to That Boy was a fire beat. Not getting paid for that beat is crazy.
It's Pharrell up for some BBC gear. Lil Wayne is also loyal to Birdman and Cash Money, so he starts catching strays. Pharrell says,
I just think Travis likes instigating, then playing the fool. That I don't like. Yeah, like someone said earlier, I don't even think Travis is looking at it as instigating. Like, I don't even think he's calculating this at all. I could be wrong, though.
Nah,
I just think he doesn't care.
Because of unpaid debt. Next thing you know, Wayne out here rocking Bape and BBC in public like he started it anyways. He didn't give a fuck. He said, fine, I'll go buy it myself. Clips saw it, fans saw it, and in 2006, they dropped
Mr. Me Too. Yeah.
Okay, everybody meet Mr. Me Too.
The subtext, Wayne is a copycat, a fashion fraud. Wayne responds with interviews like, who are them? I don't know them. We don't care. So boom, Clips vs. Cash Money was born.
A writer who said something to Lil Wayne about
Malice. And if you listen to those early Clips albums, Malice is clearly the better rapper than Pusha T. Like Malice, like Pusha T's current style was Malice style back on them early Clips albums. Like you listen to them early Clips albums and you'll think you're listening to Pusha T, but it's actually Malice that's rapping. Pusha T hadn't fully become at that point. Malice was already a superior MC on those early Clips albums.
fans referring to his fashion. And I think his response was F the Clips. That's what I remember happening. But before that, you know, I thought everything was cool.
Right, because I guess you guys were one of the first rappers to actually wear Bape.
Yeah.
And then Wayne started wearing Bape, so I guess people compared it. But I mean, that was just a hot brand period at the time.
So then that leads into the whole YMCMB versus Good Music Civil War era. Now, here's where it mutates into something bigger. The Clips beef with Wayne evolves into Pusha T versus Drake, aka Wayne's golden child. But in the background of all that, you have Jay-Z and Roc Nation beefing with Cash Money as well.
Yeah, the song Ham and all that. Pusha T has a better voice and delivery than his brother. Pusha T's voice, I don't know about recently, but on his first couple solo albums, to me, Pusha T's voice and his delivery is ripped directly from Malice on those Clips albums. Like, Pusha T sounds almost the same as Malice, especially when you listen to what he sounded like on them early Clips albums. Pusha T was not sounding like how he sounds today. Today, Pusha T sounds like how Malice sounded back then.
Jay-Z back and forth versus towards Wayne and Birdman, because remember, Jay-Z was going to sign Wayne behind Birdman's back. Shit escalated and Wayne started playing superhero to Birdman. Kanye, being a part of Roc Nation, didn't really take part in their feud. He stayed out the way for the most part of that. But then out of nowhere, Drake felt like he had to become the superhero of his group and started sneak dissing. And it all traced back to,
Drake love a rap beef. That's one thing you can't take away from Drake. Like, he do love some rap beef and he don't duck rap beef.
Watch the Throne. Why? Because he felt Ye and Jay stole the whole big duo idea that him and Wayne were already doing.
I'm just feeling like the throne is for the taking. Watch me take
that we still gotta do that album.
Yes, you still got to do that.
There's some other guys that are coming out with an album too. There's two other guys that are coming out with an album together. Two other rappers that are coming out with an album together. I don't know where they got that idea, but so we'll see how that goes.
The older guys?
Oh, I didn't say that.
Furthermore, he needs to watch his mouth when talking about Kanye and Jay. We got the comments that he said about Kanye and Jay?
Two other rappers that are coming out with an album together. I don't know.
Malice had a solo project and nobody cared because he was talking about God. Yeah, people don't really like that type of rap, do they? I guess sometimes they do. Malice had the sickest bar from back in the day. Them days I wasn't able. There was always Kane. That is a fire bar. Kane and Abel bar. It's funny how the boy is always in them. Yeah, Drake loves some rap beef. He sure do.
They got that idea, but
he's got one album, a few hot mixtapes. He's the beginning. He needs to show some respect when talking to those.
Yeah, I don't know if I would think that Jay-Z and Kanye got that idea.
You need to call him Mr. West and Mr. Carter, not those two other rappers.
Drizzy saw Watch the Throne and was like, hold up, that's our thing. And just like that, boom, Kanye versus Drake was born, throwing subs at each other in interviews and in songs. Then you got Kanye running Good Music and Wayne running Young Money. This is where it gets a little crazy and intense. You got the whole Common versus Drake beef. Common was one of the artists signed to Good Music. That wasn't over bars. That was over Serena Williams. Like, forget the pin game. This was tennis court tension. Common dated Serena from 2007 to 2010. And right after the breakup, Drake pulled up like a light-skinned opportunist with a courtside seat and a soft smile. He put his cape on. He wanted to be super safe of Serena. Common heard the subliminals and said, oh, all right, that's what we on. He dropped Sweet.
Oh man, that's such a horrible song. Y'all heard that song? Sweet by Common. I don't see how anybody says that Common won in that beef with Drake. That song Sweet as a diss record, trash. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I like Common's music. Man, it's like a kid who just learned how to use swear words for the first time. Y'all gotta go listen to that song Sweet by Common. Listen to Sweet and then listen to Drake's verse on Stay Scheming. It's clear who won that rap beef. Ice Cube should have been enough for Common for 5 lifetimes, yeah.
Common heard the subliminals and said, oh, all right, that's what we on. He dropped Sweet. Basically calling Drake soft with the lyrical equivalent of an open hand slap.
Nah, this wasn't an open hand slap. This wasn't a jab. Yo, I get that in 2025, we all supposed to just hate Drake. Anybody going against Drake, you get like a special package. You get the, we're not going to even go there. But if you're seen as anti-Drake, you're seen as pro-Kendrick, so you get that whole treatment, right? That whole media treatment. I get it. I see it. But we're not going to pretend like this song, Sweet by Common, was like some, oh, he killed him, man. I wish I could play the song, man. Yeah, song was ass. It was ass. I wish I could play this song, but I'm going to get this whole video copyright. Y'all know how YouTube be doing to me with the copyright takedown. We didn't have many streams in suddenly due to copyright takedown, right? We not going to pretend like the song Sweet is better than Drake's verse on Stay Scheming. Now, if you want to make the argument that Common Stay Scheming remix is better than Drake's Stay Scheming verse, you're still wrong. But we could have that conversation. Yeah, Common, yo, we gotta pull up yo, a moon ride. Yeah, didn't Common call him a jive turkey? Hold on. He said something like that. We gotta pull up these lyrics, man. Cause we not just gonna pretend like this was a great diss record, bro, because it wasn't. And I like Common. Let me see, what can we say? What can we point out? Oh my God. We da da da, we da 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 dang. C-double-M-O-M. I'm not playing. You should know where I come from. You too soft for that man. I see it in your eyes. You're a little hoe. You ain't a man yet. Get your tuck. You sweet. Let me try to find the actual disses. Yeah, he might as well have called him a jive turkey. This is really what I remember from the diss. Like the actual Drake diss on this song, this is what I remember. Soft motherfuckers, yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. To me, when I hear this sounds like, you know, a kid in 5th grade who just started cursing. They just started cursing for the first time. They only curse at school, but they just try to throw curse words and everything. This is what this reminds me of. Yo, you soft motherfucker. Yeah, my man, motherfucker. Whole ass niggas. Little bitch. Sweet ass bitch. Sweet motherfucker. Sweet ass bitch motherfucker. Oh, here we go right here. Yo, you ain't true to it. Cállate la boca. Get my drink on like a coaster. Yo, y'all can pretend like this is some fire diss, but I'm not. Like, y'all can pretend, but I'm not.
With the lyrical equivalent of an open hand slap. Sweet motherfucker, sweet ass bitch motherfucker.
The lyrical equivalent of an open hand slap. And you didn't even quote a lyric. You didn't quote like a bar that he said. He quoted this part. That wasn't a bar, he just talking on that part. Come on, man. Like, I get, we supposed to hate Drake, we supposed to be in formation, but we not gonna pretend like that Common diss song was anything, right? Yeah, no bars, not a bar. The thing is, how did hip hop let the dudes sing so many songs, then spit hard bars? What you mean? Because like Bone Thugs and Harmony, they sing and spit hard bars. Yeah, I don't think anyone is saying that. The song was just bad. Yeah, the song's horrible. Like, the song is not just bad, it's horrible. As a song and as a diss. The beat was cool. But yo, come on, man. We not doing that.
Lyrical equivalent of an open hand slap.
Oh, well, let me see. Did he actually, because I actually do remember dude calling him a jive turkey. Let me put my I do remember Common, like, unless I'm thinking of something else. Who got called a jive turkey? Can we control F jive? Okay, so he didn't call him a jive turkey. I thought he did. I mean, it fits right with everything else in the song, right?
Sweet motherfucker, sweet ass motherfucker. Drake responded on Stay Scheming.
It bothers me when the gods
Get to acting like the bras.
With the fake tough guy flow, and Common wasn't having it.
Yeah, it's a fake. Agreed, it was a fake tough guy flow, but it was a better verse. This is just facts.
Everybody know you're sweet. What the problem is, son of a bitch. This
ain't even convincing though. Like, even playing Common Stay Scheming remix, Common didn't even mix this. This ain't even mixed. This ain't even mastered. Untitled, unmastered. Like, it don't even sound good. Like,
it bothers me when the gods get to acting like the bras.
With the fake tough guy flow, and Common wasn't having it.
Everybody know you're sweet. What's the problem?
Yo, that shit sound terrible, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Common. You should have sent that to an engineer, get that mastered.
Fake tough guy flow, and Common wasn't having it.
Everybody know you're sweet. What's the problem is?
That shit sound horrible.
Son of a bitch, I imagine what your father is.
Called him.
Nigga recorded that on the calculator. Nigga recorded that on the TI-89 calculator. Nigga recorded that on the potato. He recorded that like on Windows 7, like a Dell. Like, come on, man. That sound horrible.
Everybody know you're sweet. What the problem is? Son of a bitch, I imagine what your father is.
Called him Canada Dry and reminded everybody that passive aggressive don't work in Chi-Town.
Can't say my name but rap about a nigga's wife. You so black and white trying to live a nigga's life.
Okay.
I'm taking too long with this amateur guy. You ain't wet nobody, nigga. You Canada Dry.
We all don't like passive.
And yeah, I mean, and just look at Common. So this is a sweet video. And it's just Common like kind of looking at the camera. Oh, I'll punch you. Come on, dude. Like, come on, man. This is so trying to convince niggas that this was some victory for Common. It don't even look right. Blueberry microphone. Yeah, bro recorded that on the old school Steam controller. And just look at the mannerisms.
White trying to live a nigga's life. I'm taking too long with this amateur guy. You ain't wet nobody, nigga. You Canada Dry.
Yeah, motherfucker. Oh man, I'll beat you. Come on, man. Stop with this shit.
We all don't like passive aggressive people. That's why I don't like J. Cole. I can't stand it. But eventually Drake's dad had to step in at the Grammys saying, y'all better squash that mess before it hits the red carpet. And they did. Peace was restored. But the Serena saga, that's legendary petty. And we all know about that already. And then there's Big.
The Serena thing is just, I don't know, man. I don't know
about that already. And then there's Big Sean versus Drake. That wasn't some loud rap beef. It was more like a shady Cold War with ad-libs and side eyes. That all started when Big Sean felt like Drake jacked his super duper punchline flow.
I came up with the rhyme scheme a lot of people thought he came up with. I call it the super duper flow, but it's the flow. He kind of made it more popular on that song Forever with him, Wayne, and Drake was kind of the one-word punchline. I did it on my second mixtape I released like in 2009, where I was like, I'm super duper trooper, used to the bottom, scuba.
I am the king of my castle.
Cooper.
You guys remember that flow, the pause, punch, and metaphor.
I'm on the top floor getting brains.
I ain't learning.
The very flow that Big Sean made hot. And suddenly Drake is using it like he invented it, stole it, colonized it.
Swimming in the money, come and find me.
It wasn't just Drake, it was Wayne, but yeah, Drake was doing it a lot. Drake, if you listen to them early Big Sean mixtapes, it sounds a lot like Drake. Like you would think Big Sean is biting Drake, but it's actually the opposite. When you listen to them earlier Big Sean mixtapes, I'm talking about Finally Famous 2. Was it? Yeah, Finally Famous, and then Finally Famous 3, 2 and 3. You would think Big Sean is biting Drake, but it's the other way around. Why did Big Sean allow the boy to jack his flow? I mean, what did Big Sean, he gonna do, trademark it? Everybody used it. But I mean, Big Sean wasn't the first person to use it. The earliest rapper I heard use that type of flow was Raekwon. I forget the song, but Raekwon done it, and I'm sure people done it before him and around that time. But yeah, Big Sean definitely popularized it for that generation.
Get it while you here, boy. Cause all that hype don't feel the same next year, boy.
Slipping in Big Sean's signature boy ad-lib while also low-key coming for Kanye and Sean at the same time.
Over my dead body.
Take your life apart, boy. You and whoever the fuck gave you a star, boy.
The shade was subtle.
Oh, you want to be a
They would eventually
patch
things up until Kendrick dropped that control verse, and that lit the whole thing on fire again on Big Sean's own track. Now Drake's salty, Big Sean's embarrassed, and Kendrick just smiling like a villain. This beef wasn't loud, but it was hella petty, hella personal. Well,
Kendrick also had the unreleased diss to Big Sean where he's like, you finally famous for who you date, not how you rhyme. Now that's a bar. Sean only beef win was against his ex and she passed away and he can't even, we ain't going that far. That's crazy. That's crazy. Big Sean never really been, I don't know. I don't see Big Sean as someone who has had a real rap beef, nor does he need one, right? I was never a Big Sean fan. I like some songs and acknowledge he's gotten better, but he's never been great to me. I like Big Sean. I feel like Big Sean gets a lot of undue hate. You know, that second, like Big Sean, when you talk about the blog era, there was a window where Big Sean was like arguably the best one. And I was like 08. But then Drake just surpassed him quickly. Like Drake dropped the So Far Gone stuff, then he linked with Lil Wayne, then he just surpassed him. But there was a moment where Big Sean was one of the best ones. And Wale had the song with Lady Gaga. He had a song with Gucci Mane. So there was a time where and Kendrick wasn't even, nobody was listening to him. This is before even the Kendrick Lamar EP. Nobody was, not even me. So there was a part like in time, like in 08, where it was like Drake, Big Sean, Wale. Not even J. Cole really in a mix like that. He might have had to come up mixtape, but that wasn't even really, he wasn't out here like that. And it was unclear who's going to be the best. But then Drake just surpassed niggas like quickly.
Ended once they collabed for that Blessed track. And then, of course, Drake versus Pusha T, which would turn toxic and destructive. Both became the soldiers of the team. We got the story of Adam,
crazy
secret baby reveals, the whole damn internet imploding. And guess who's just standing there watching all of this shit that we just talked about happen? Guess who's standing there saying this is crazy while collected every invite to both sides' house parties? Travis, the industry Switzerland Scott. Travis Scott is Ye's protege, or maybe an opportunist. Travis signed to Kanye's Very Good Beats in 2012, which is under the umbrella Good Music. It was a publishing deal. He was literally Ye's production baby. Came up under Good Music,
I don't really know Travis Scott's origin story. The first time I heard Travis Scott was on that song Blocker, which is a Pusha T song. I thought he produced it, but someone corrected me and say Travis Scott actually didn't produce that song. Who produced Blocker? Let's see. Maybe they have it on here. Oh yeah, Young Chop. Young Chop on the beat, but Travis Scott is on the song.
Using their beats, made their beats, ate their shine to develop his own. And in 2016, that deal quietly ended. And that's when Travis basically drifted away. Started working with everybody. 1 minute he's Ye's guy. Next minute he's collabing with Drake. Then he's filming Pharrell listening to Utopia while hiding Drake's diss.
Well, I think dude is looking at it like, yo, Travis, you need to pick a side because all these guys have beef with each other. So you can't be collaborating with him, then collaborating with him, then collaborating with him. Again, this is just a fundamental difference in thought. I don't think either side is wrong or right. But I'm not looking at Travis Scott like, yo, you need to pick a side. You can't work with them or you can't work with them. Like, you need to choose. He doesn't have to choose. Actually, he doesn't. And if niggas want to get in their feelings over it, get in your feelings. He actually doesn't. But some people feel like, yo, no, you have to choose. You can't be cool with me and be cool with him. I understand that. But then when Travis Scott is allowing the other side, quote unquote, on his records to diss them, okay, now I can more understand where Pusha T is coming from. Like, you are with us and you're with them, but you're allowing them to diss us clearly. It's not like a hidden diss. Openly diss us on the songs. Okay, now I understand that a little better. But just to be like, yo, you can't work with them, you can't send them beats, or you... Again, your beef is not my beef. Get that through your thick head. Your beef is not my beef, period.
It's on Meltdown. And Pusha sees all of this shit. Remember, Travis came up under Pusha and the other Good Music artists as part of their team all those years. And in his eyes, that's not business. That's betrayal. He knew the tension between Young Money and Good Music.
He knew
everything that happened behind the scenes all those years. He said Travis has no picks. Basically, Travis is loyal to only his vibes. So watching Quiet...
Yeah, I think that's true. You can say Travis didn't know or he did know. Either way, he's a bum and not suited for the spot in rap that he claims. Well, Travis Scott earned his spot, all right? And he earned his spot by not picking sides, like y'all saying. If Travis Scott never works with Drake because he feels he cannot work with Drake or should not work with Drake because he signed to Good Music, he doesn't have Sicko Mode, which is probably, what's the most popular rap song of all time? Is it Sicko Mode? Let me see. Can we ask AI? Let's ask AI. If Sicko Mode ain't the most popular rap song of all time, it's got to be in the top 20. Is Sicko Mode the most popular rap song all time? I misspelled that. Or where does it? I want to know where it ranks. Because I don't think it's most. Yeah, it's hard to. 2 billion streams. 10th most streamed rap song on Spotify. It was Travis Scott's first #1. Yeah, Rap Epic. Okay, so, and y'all, again, I'm not a Travis Scott fan. I don't listen to stuff like that. But if he feels like, yo, Travis Scott earned his spot, and you could argue he would not have that spot if he felt like, I can't work with them, I can't work with them. I just don't subscribe to that type of thought personally, and I don't expect it from people. Travis got his spite for being a white rapper. He's not white though. Hitting the Kardashian. The Kardashian was a good move. Stealing this look from ASAP. Like I don't know, maybe. All these rappers got like dreads and stuff, right? His sound from Future and his genre from OG Mako. You just can't save him, bro. I don't think that's what Pusha's saying. He's saying, don't put me on a song with someone I'm not cool with. Yeah. Was Pusha T on that song though? I get that part. I get what Pusha T saying, like, yo, you allowed him to diss us on the record. I get that part. But I think it's just the idea that, yo, you gotta pick sides. He doesn't have to pick sides. Now, Travis, if you go the extra mile and you let your friends and your label mates get dissed on the record, now I understand why they would have an issue with that. So I do get that part. But the whole idea, like, yo, you gotta pick sides, I don't, though. I don't. I actually don't. That's your issue. And you know what happened when you pick sides? And not just in rap, but you know what will be happening when you pick sides? When you choose to do this whole, oh, I'm loyal to this side, yo, F the other side, I'm picking sides, even though you actually have no issue with that other side. You know what happens? These dudes eventually end up piecing it up. They end up becoming cool or becoming neutral, but now you're stuck in this weird middle ground because you went and maybe said some things about that person under the guise of loyalty to your side, and now you can't really rectify your situation. Like niggas will piece it up, and now you're in an awkward situation with a person you didn't have to be in that situation with because you never had a problem with them. There's no such thing as neutral. Neutral equals complicit. Travis got to pick a side or move out the way. Well, there is a such thing as neutral. You know, it's a word for a reason. There is a such thing as neutral. So Juice Lee, I could ask you about a lot of different things. Like, how do you feel about the Uyghurs in China? How do you feel about the Uyghurs? I could ask you, how do you feel about Israel-Palestine? I could ask you about these certain situations, certain topics, certain controversies that you may not know about. You know, how do you feel about what's going on in Venezuela, you know, with the inflation? You probably don't know about all these things. So you may have a undecided or neutral stance. Does that mean you're complicit in what's happening there? No. It's just not important to you like that. So yeah, there is a such thing as neutrality. And yeah, a lot of the times, depending on the situation, neutrality can be seen as you being complicit. But yeah, the idea that there's no such thing as neutrality, that's just false. Travis got to pick a side or move out the way. Well, he doesn't have to pick a side. He doesn't, and he hasn't, and he's one of the biggest rappers in the world. And he's done this by not picking sides. So he doesn't have to. You would prefer that he does, but he actually doesn't have to. I think Travis Scott, where he is putting himself in these awkward situations, is he's allowing Drake to come on these songs and diss Pusha T and Pharrell, and Kanye, guys he's supposed to be cool with. That's where Travis is kind of going to miss, because this ain't the first time Drake has collabed with Travis and dissed one of them. Drake dissed Kanye on the Sicko Mode joint. So yeah, that's where he's kind of going to miss, in my opinion. Drake said he melts down the chains and had him on in the video. Yeah, exactly. Or it could be a load. You can't be with a. Or it could be a load. You can't be with us like that. I don't know what that means. Hey, Eric Yates, retype that, homie. Travis Scott is one of the best trap rappers. Everyone turning on him has never heard Skeletons or 90210, and this is coming from a very light trap fan. Yeah, I don't listen to Travis Scott. I don't check for him. I think the last album I listened to by him was The Astro World, and I listened to that maybe a year after it came out. I just don't listen to that type of stuff, personally. 50 kicked out Game for not siding with him when 50 was beefing with Nas and Fat Joe. Right, so Game is like, he's looking at it like me. Why, if Game actually has no issue with Nas and Fat Joe, why am I going to inherit your B50 when I'm trying to come up in a rap game? I love like this is how probably Game looking at it. I love New York. I love being in New York. Why am I just going to inherit your beef? To me, this don't even make sense. But I can also understand why 50 would be looking at it like, yo, we a group, we move as one. All my other guys inherit my beef for me. So you need to do it too. But I'm just the type of guy where it's like, yo, I'm not inheriting your beef. Now, am I going to do a song with Fat Joe and let him, dish y'all? No. And I think that's where Travis Scott is having an issue. He's letting Drake come on these songs talk crazy. But the idea that, I need to pick a side between either I'm with G Unit or I'm going to start dissing Fat Joe and Nas, who I have no issue with. No. Personally, no. That's not what I'm doing.
Meltdown was Pusha's final straw. And here's where the dagger lands. Drake disses Pharrell on Meltdown. Talks about melting his jewelry, disrespecting the legacy on Travis' album. And Pharrell, who's part of that album's production, that's just chilling. That's weird. He's not knowing what's coming. He's blindsided. Pusha says Travis pulled up to Paris, walked in Pharrell's session, smiled and danced in their faces, filming them for promo, but he fails to play Drake's diss verse. He finessed that, and when the album dropped, Pharrell gets torched. Pusha was right there, and he said never again.
You cried in front of me, you died in front of me, Calabasas took your bitch and your pride in front of me.
And I think a part of the reason why people would look at Pusha T as clout chasing is because on the diss that was just played, the So Be It joint, Pusha T is not even addressing what he has an issue with Travis. He's not on a track like, yo, Travis, you showed up, you let this dude on our songs dissing us when you was in Paris with us trying to be cool with us. He's not addressing that at all in this diss. He addresses it in the interviews. Here he's mentioning something that has nothing to do with the actual issue that he has with Travis Scott. And I think that's why some people are looking at it like, yo, this is clout chasing. Now, I don't think it's clout chasing, but to me, it's obvious. Like, yo, you're obviously doing this for an album rollout. I don't have an issue with the rappers speaking about their personal experience, which he is speaking about it. But I think for a lot of people, this doesn't hit the mark because he's not talking about what the actual issue is. He's talking about a close moment that he had with Travis Scott. When I guess Travis Scott's girl left him or something. It has nothing to do with what you actually have an issue with.
Two things stood out the most to me. Besides everything else, two things really stood out the most where I feel like he was trying to drop a bomb on Travis.
Her utopia had moved right up the street, and her lip gloss was popping, she ain't need you to eat.
Her lip gloss was popping, she ain't need you to eat. Of course, that's Kylie Jenner, the billionaire lip kit queen. Notice he says her utopia. Her utopia. Even though the word utopia makes us think Travis to let us know that's who he's talking about, he said her utopia moved up the street.
Her utopia had moved right up the street, and her lip gloss was popping, she ain't need you to eat.
Well, he's just saying, yo, where she wanted to be. Like the actual place she wanted to be, which is not with you, Travis, it was up the street. So my thing was, who was up the street? Who lives up the street? I don't know. Is it Drake? I don't know.
And her lip gloss was popping. She don't need you to eat. And I'm sitting here like, who moved up the street? Hold on, what's going on here? Who moved by Kylie Jenner's house where her lip gloss was popping?
I thought it was Drake.
Like, who was she glazing? But then there's that follow-up verse, which ties back into another messy triangle.
The net gon' call it the way that they see it, but I got the video I can share in AE.
Tyga dated Kylie when she was 17. AE, Tyga's best friend, was there through it all. Travis started messing with Kylie right as she and Tyga was ending. Tyga would then legit demand a DNA test for Stormy because the timeline was just...
Yeah, see, this is the rap stuff I don't get into. When we want to talk about bars and all this, cool, and then how it relates. But when we start, I don't know. I don't give no F's about, the inner workings of who dating who. I just don't care. Pain and being poor has nothing to do. What are y'all talking about? The people that are looking at it as clout chasing are Drake fans. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Bro ain't hip hop. He's just an opportunist. Well, Travis Scott is hip hop. You can't say he's not. I don't like his music either, but I mean, you can't say he's not hip hop. He's not. What did you say? He a rich kid that started rapping. Okay, there's a lot of rich kids who started rapping. I mean, wasn't Mac Miller pretty well off? This is how Mac Miller was allowed. This is how Mac Miller had the resources to bring so many rappers together in his house. His mom or his parents will let him. And then they would create these music. This is how, Vince Staples, Earl Sweatshirt, Schoolboy Q, they all got stories about how Mac Miller basically brought him in. I don't know if Mac Miller was rich, but he was well off and he started rapping. Is Mac Miller not hip hop? I don't know. Travis ain't never been through no pain in his life. Again, I don't know these guys to say that. I don't know. So Be It is fire. Had it on repeat today. I've only heard that last verse of So Be It. I like to save songs for my first listen of the album. So I like to save it for the very first listen. I heard the last verse, the diss, sounded great to me.
It's too close and too sus. He was like, yo, I think that's my baby. So who the hell is AE and why is he getting mentioned in Pusha T bars? And another way that you're able to tell that he's talking about AE, the bar itself. He says, I can share and AE it.
The net gon' call it the way that they see it, but I got the video, I can share it.
When he said AE it, I thought he was talking about the TV channel. Basically saying I'm gonna broadcast it.
AE and Cher the singer are dating. It was a clever word.
That's a bar. That is a good bar.
Exactly what he's talking about. I could share and AE it. All right, so AE stands for Alexander Edwards. He's a Bay Area native from Oakland. And no, he's not just Cher's boyfriend. That man been...
See, I thought Pusha T was saying like, yo, I'm gonna put the video out. I'm gonna share it. Not like Cher the singer, but like SHARE. I could share and AE. Y'all remember that? Remember that channel A&E? Which it's been mentioned in rap verses before. AE channel. Bring up that logo. Y'all probably know if you saw the logo. This is what I thought Pusha T was saying. I'm going to broadcast the video. Or maybe it's a double entendre.
In the industry, former VP of A&R at Def Jam, works with Tyga, best friends with Tyga, and been running things behind the scenes with labels like Sony Music Publishing. But get this, he was also in a rap group back in the day called the A's, alongside Ice and Speedy. They had the hyphy slaps. Their track Out It I Mean was on MTV Jam's Heavy Rotation. So nah, AE, he ain't new to this. Music, fights, fashion, drama, and now sneak disses and clips records. You gotta respect the resume. So why was AE's name dragged in the verse? And what video is Pusha talking about?
Yeah, Alchemist is from Beverly Hills. He's not hip hop? Yeah. My only thing is, do you make good music? Do you care about hip hop? All this other stuff people be putting in it. You came from a rich background. You're not from the culture. I don't care about none of that personally. I don't care. Do you make good music? Do you love and study hip hop? I'll let y'all debate all that other stuff. These people speak about their personal lives in their raps. You may not be interested, but they do. It's how they express themselves. Yeah, certain things I enjoy hearing about in their personal lives. That's a great thing about rappers or, musicians. You get the vulnerability. But as far as getting into the inner workings of he's dating her, he was dating her, I don't care.
Connect these dots because this wasn't random.
But it is important to understand the bar. I'm not saying like this is how you have to break this bar down. If like you have to break the bar down like this because this is what Pusha T is talking about. But I just don't care about this type of stuff.
Way that they see it, but I got the video, I can share and AE it.
Now, yeah, it sounds like a slick A&E, I could air it out bar, but knowing Pusha, that's not all he's doing. He's throwing shade towards Kylie's $1 billion lip kit empire and suggesting Travis wasn't the real prize in that situation. She was. But the AE part, that's different. That's not random. So Travis and AE actually had an altercation in 2024 over there in France. Them rich people after party. Travis and AE had a full-blown scuffle on stage. Travis got pressed, AE pushed back, and reportedly dragged Travis across the stage like a toddler at bedtime. So when Pusha says, I got the video, then name drops AE.
The net gon' call it the way that they see it, but I got the video, I can share and AE it.
It sounds like he's using that moment to underline something way deeper.
I don't see nobody throwing hands. I just see dragging. Travis does vulnerable rap about his life sometimes. Y'all just hating. I don't even like Travis as well, but y'all doing too much. Yeah, again, it's very clear which rappers I listen to and I think are good and which rappers I don't listen to and I think are not good. Travis is definitely the latter. I don't think his music is that great and all that. But yeah, people are dragging it. People are dragging it like this because like Drake is involved. So if you're anti-Drake, you're seen as anti-Kendrick. So I mean, this is just how it is, man. And this is why you see a lot of the media outlets, they are covering this Clips album. It's like, damn, like Clips is really this lit right now. Like, yo, they better do 50, 60, 100K. With the way people are covering them, like, I don't remember any of Pusha T's previous solo albums being covered like this. But my hypothesis is the reason why it's covered like this is because it's seen as anti-Drake, therefore pro-Kendrick. Therefore, that same crowd, the same people who was loving Kendrick and all this, and they not like us, they not like us, Pusha T is accepted into that. Therefore, the clips. So because of that, you get the same crazies. The same crazies that, Dave Free was saying, like, yo, the fans is, the whole Dave Free academic situation where he's like, yo, the fans is doing too much. Like there's people getting involved that are not, involved in the beef. It's too much. Them same crazies on both sides are now the clips are involved now by proxy because it's anti-Drake. So you get the same crazies from the Drake and Kendrick beef. So yeah. The clips equal Kendrick by proxy. This is why it feels like it's being dragged. And again, I'm not someone who's ever really enjoyed Travis Scott's music, but I do think people are dragging it a little bit. You know what I mean? Man, you can't even see nothing. You can't see nothing. Fast forward this.
AE and Tyga over Kylie again. Pusha's bar might be saying, look, she's good without you. And one of her old ties might still be circling. And that video could be something personal. It could be something personal. It could be something symbolic. It could even be the actual footage from the altercation incident back in France. Either way, it's a warning shot. And knowing Pusha, he doesn't bluff.
Is everything all cool now? That was a crazy incident?
What you talking about?
I mean, everybody saw the video, dog. Like, it's all resolved?
It's all good.
But look, man, I mean, you don't even need a bodyguard, dog.
He ain't have to work that night.
He didn't have to work.
Hey, but shout out Southside. That's my. I know he was just defending his boy and doing what he was supposed to be doing as his boy. I don't got no hard feelings. It is what it is. It went how it went.
Travis Scott better do some squats. See a little light. Yeah, a lot of celebrities are actually very small people. Surprisingly, yeah. Like, growing up in LA, you see a lot of celebrities like just in random places. They're a lot smaller than what you think they are.
That's it.
So it was just off of you guys. It wasn't what you heard. Travis said something and approached the bodyguard.
I don't want to fight. I don't initiate that shit. I don't even get money, living their dreams. I'm about that, but I'm gonna protect myself and my people. So that's it. That's all it is. So.
But the whole situation is actually funny. It gets a little nastier. Kanye left Amber Rose for Kim. Amber Rose was besties with Blac Chyna. Chyna has a son with Tyga. Chyna's.
I gotta fast forward to y'all. I just don't care about who's dating who.
I'm sure there's way more to it than just the fight scene itself. We don't know what they were fighting about. I'm assuming it was Kylie. Is Kylie messing around with Tyga again? Is she messing with AE? Is she messing with nobody?
Don't even matter to me though.
Or, not sexually, industrially. The kind who will jump on whatever's trending. Ye, Drake, Kendrick, whoever. And Push ain't going for it anymore. The beef never died. It just evolved. So when you guys ask, why did Pusha diss Travis? At this point, it's not just about Meltdown. This is about unpaid beats from 2002, jacking people's drip since 2006, backstabbing in 2023. It's a full circle rap family betrayal saga. And Travis, by playing both sides, ended up getting cooked like the others. So nah, Pusha's diss wasn't random. It was the final
all Travis Scott has to do is ignore it. I mean, nobody outside of us really cares about this. You know what I mean? And by us, I mean the underground hip hop community. Pusha T, he's not underground, and he's had many hit records, so he has been mainstream. But I don't think he's like a mainstream rapper. Like when you think of someone, like Drake or Gunna or something like that. Travis Scott doesn't have to do anything, man. Travis Scott can ignore this. And like Travis Scott can ignore this and it will be like it never happened. It just depends on what he wants to do. Rico Shay said you and deleted good now. I don't know. I've never had an issue with any of these guys. These guys got issues with me. They in group chats, they in, Discord servers, live chats talking about me. I don't know. You gotta ask that man. I'm reacting to this because my subscribers want me to react to this, but I have no issues with anyone. Personally. Issues is on their side. Why am I being mentioned? I don't know. I'm a small channel. He can either ignore him or sneak diss him with a banger. Yeah, because I think Pusha T's at the point in his career where he's more niche. He's niche, however you say it. He's not really going to have a banger record unless he's featured on it. And I don't think he really makes music with bangers in mind. So yeah, Travis Scott can beat him in that game. I think if you Travis Scott, you just ignore it. Address it in the background. Address it behind the scenes. But Travis can ignore. It's not like Kendrick versus Drake to where Kendrick drops "Not Like Us." Like, yo, Drake, you gotta respond, bro. Like, the whole world is waiting on you. This ain't that. Outside of us, nobody even really cares about Pusha T. And by us, I mean like the hip hop community. Those of us who love bars, who love it, who love this. Outside of us, nobody's really pressing on Travis Scott to respond. Travis Scott fans don't care, and this ain't going to affect Travis Scott's career in the slightest. He can ignore this completely, and in a couple months, it will be like it never happened. That's facts. He's not a superstar, but he's a legend. Yeah, Pusha T's a hip hop legend. Yeah, he has his niche. If you want to get French with it, niche. But yeah, this ain't something Travis Scott really even has to pay attention to. At all. You say you hip hop, but you only review clout chasing ish. Once upon a time, you used to smoke and review a rock album. Yeah, I don't smoke anymore or drink. And the subscribers, they wanted me to do different things. So that's why I don't just sit and do album reviews all the time anymore. They wanted me to do more analytical stuff. So just trying to get the people what they want. Just like this video, they wanted me to react to this. We react to it. It's mainstream. It's because mainstream rap is dry right now, so all there is to talk about is the clips. I mean, I'm happy people talking about the clips because they're a group that I'm glad that they're dropping, 20 years later, and it's people still care, right? That's great. But the rollout is disses, and I think it's a smart strategy, but there's some people who would deny, like, oh, Pusha T doesn't need to diss to roll out an album. Well, he is. That's what he's actively doing, so people just be like denying reality sometimes. I think it's a smart strategy to get people's attention by inserting celebrities, secrets, and gossip, but the music demands attention regardless. Yeah, facts. Are you Drake's shooter? That's the fake top 5. This is the real top 5. Other people want to have the Canadian up out of here because they don't think he's hip-hop. Yeah, the idea that Drake isn't hip-hop is just foolish. Just foolish. Drake is hip-hop. I miss more album reviews and stuff about the actual music, but I enjoy your content regardless. Yeah, you're in the minority though. So I like doing album reviews, but we try and get people what they want.
Domino in a 20-year timeline of disrespect. And Travis, he didn't just catch a stray.
The album reviews is my favorite part. The album reviews is why I started the channel. So this is why on some of my videos, I still break down songs and stuff. So I have a lot of song breakdowns, but people is not trying to hear album reviews from me at this point. They like when I do other stuff, so that's what we doing.
Crossfire wearing everybody else's chains like a groupie. Let that be a
shout out to Cape Town,
South
Africa.
Out there. J. Cole, pick a side, or you might just get packed out by history itself. This whole timeline.
I mean, if getting packed out is getting 6 bars on a Pusha T song versus getting, think about the alternative. Oh, I need to pick a side or I'm gonna get packed out. And then getting packed out means Pusha T gives you 6 bars. But because you didn't pick a side, you get a #1 song from Drake or with a feature with somebody. Which one is more? Come on, man. Like I said, Travis Scott don't even got to pay attention to this. Like Pusha T he don't demand that type of attention. They got 2 separate fan bases, man. Like, oh man, who's really that? Oh man, come on, man.
It was one big domino effect. Birdman, you should have paid for real and quit being broke. All this shit wouldn't even happen. And here we are, laughing at fucking elephant beats, and now Travis is getting bitch slapped lyrically because of you.
Yeah, I don't think Travis even needs to pay attention to this. Bitch slapped lyrically. Give it a couple months. No one's even going to remember. Except us, the hip hop, the real hip hop heads. If I'm in Travis' team, I'm saying, bro, this is a non-issue, bro. Now, if good music, if they want to make I don't even know if all these guys are in good music, Kanye, Pusha T, if they want to do the whole thing, and Pharrell, who's never in good music, but I mean, by association with Pusha T, if they want to decide, we never working with Travis again, all right, cool. But this ain't something Travis Scott got to pay attention to at all. So, but yeah, what do y'all think? Drake came in through the hip hop door, but is more of a global artist. Yeah, now he's a global artist for sure. If Drake stayed a more childish Gambino or Wayne type figure, people wouldn't call him fake gangsta and his music wouldn't have gone downhill. Yeah, I can agree with that. Although, if you're reading This Is Too Late, I do like that project by Drake, and he is on some fake tough guy stuff on that album, but I do like that album. But I agree, he didn't have to take on the whole mob boss mentality, and Wayne even advised him not to. Album reactions are good too, waiting on the JID album. Yeah, the reactions are cool. The reactions are cool. We just follow the analytics, what the people like. We just follow the analytics and what the people like and watch, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, the only top 5 is Troy. Yeah, that's a fact. There's a fake one from Canada running around, but you know, I've been top 5. I've been had this name. So anyway, yeah, that's where we at today. Y'all playing The Witcher 3 right now? Y'all played The Witcher 3? Any gamers out here? People telling me this is the best game of all time. This joint kind of mid though, like so far. This joint kind of mid. I'm gonna try to play it tonight. Hopefully, we'll see, man. We'll see, man. This game kind of mid though. The combat, the movement, kind of mid though. You know, I know I'm gonna go back to Cyberpunk. I'm a Cyberpunk type of guy. So anyway, that's where we at today. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. We got new videos on the channel. Y'all want to see me break down? Y'all like my breakdowns, right? I know. See, the thing is, the people who are in my chat, I know y'all like the core videos that I do, which is the album reviews and the song reviews. I know that's why y'all in the chat, right? But then there's the majority of the channel who likes more like the current stuff. So I try to do both. And this video, I did some current stuff mixed with some breakdown stuff. So this is a good video. I already like my own video. And share, you know. The videos that you like from me, if you share them, you proliferate them, and they perform better than the other videos, I'll do more of those videos. It's just, you know, it's simple math. But yeah, people like the more current event stuff. So that's what I try to do. But I'm a never completely abandon album reviews, because like that's actually what I like to do, you know, personally. So video games mid in general, you tripping. You tripping. So anyway, that's all we got for today, for tonight. Y'all have a blessed one, a good one. Be sure to subscribe if you have not already. Top 5 rap, Top 5 rap website, America.com. Peace.
OG.